Whoa! Where did it come from? Huh. Wow! I'm telling you, when I go to do something that's really cool, a video that just can't be thought of not doing, I just appear. So it has been a while now. I've been going through TV capture cards galore, like the EVGA XR1, Elgato HD60, 60S, HD Pro that's in the streaming computer, and so on. And nothing worked out better than the Foscomax capture card for under $100. Well, they did it again and came out with a smaller one that did the exact same job for under $50. So guys, I'll leave a link to this down below, but this is not, and I repeat, not what this episode is about. I would love it to be, but Foscomax did 3 better. Guys, before I start, I would like to point out the elephant in the room, the Be Quiet Pure Power 11 FM 750 watt power supply here. Be Quiet was gracious enough to send us out for any build that I wish to do recently, but I would like to just shout them out to say, hey, if you're looking for a good power supply that don't explode, look no further and check out the link below. Okay, so let's just get on with this. We're going to move this guy over here and this little guy over here. And I gotta say, if you're looking for a very small footprint, this was small. You see where we're going here? With the same capabilities. Foscomax is definitely, in my opinion, an innovator in the computer capture, video game capture devices at this point, for the simple reason prices are down and you're still getting amazing product in the end. Looking at this wonderful brown box, another way they keep pricing down. How much do you think that box cost? You see the point. The point is they try to keep it down. Chinese manufacturer, of course. These are made in the same zone, so don't worry about that part. So this one is quite interesting because this one, not only does it come with a lifetime free replacement refund with no reason. That is the after sale card that's in here. That's impressive. This guy has a remote control. I know that seems pretty odd, but there is actually a remote control in here because this is, you're going to hear this for the first time, maybe not, but this is a 3-in-1. So guys, I buy all these TV capture cards or capture devices because I need to have multiple items hooked up to the streaming PC to be able to stream live out to somebody or just record something for a review. While doing that, I'm plugging in, plugging in, and plugging in, plugging in, and plugging in, and you get the idea. If you're into this and you're a streamer, or if you're watching this because you're looking for a good capture card, then look no further because this is going to solve a lot of problems. Like me, most people have more than one console or more than one computer they want to input into their streaming device. Well, Foscomax has done it. So we have the USB or HDMI cable, sorry, USB 3, and some more USB 3 cables, I guess depending whether you want to use USB 3 to C, USB 3 to micro, or USB 3 to USB 3. These guys got you covered in one package. Owner's manual for the 3-in-1 switch. That's right, it's a 3-in-1 switch. We don't need that. So when we slide this out, what do we have here? We have a TV card, okay? So you have your front on here, you have a IR, a switch button right here, switch to switch between modes, or your trusty remote control. It'll tell you the input you're on, power and so on. And then you have your audio in and headphone if you need to use this feature. Now on the back, you're going to have your 5-volt power, which is actually going to be that micro USB. And then you have your USB 3, whether you're going to use the USB Type-C that's included or USB 3 cable, but it is included, and that gives you versatility of how you want to hook this up. You have one output here, 3 inputs. So what have we done now? We've taken this guy, and this guy, completely obsoleted them, and put this guy. No more unhooking and hooking up your consoles, PCs, cameras, whatever you hook up to do your stream or just to record through, whether it be Streamlabs or XSplit or Windows. Camera app is actually pretty amazing when you want to do just simple recordings. Just keep that in mind. You don't need to fire up the OBS, you don't need to fire up XSplit, you don't need to fire up anything other than the camera app, because this is seen, and all others are seen, as a camera device. Whatever's plugged in will be recorded with audio, and you get the same results as using your OBS. After that, then you can take the video, you can edit, you can add music, you can do whatever you want. So, overall, what I was trying to get to is you do not need multiple devices anymore, because Foscomax, with a 4K pass-through, 1080p recording, have done it for you. Guys, I'm going to show some tests of this unit now, mainly because this is a unit that I've been waiting for all my life. Not really. Been waiting for about 3 years though, you know, since I kind of started the channel. And I didn't even know this existed. And they reached out to me and said, hey, you want to try that? And I'm like, yeah. Alright, so what we are doing here to do this test, right now I'm in the Windows camera app. I didn't really want to mess up my OBS right now. I did try it in OBS, it does show up, it does seem to be working. I just didn't want to mess with my setups that I'm working on for you guys for my up and coming live stuff. So the Windows camera app is pretty easy to use. If you don't know, you just go down here, type in camera, you'll find the Windows camera app, pop, boom, there it is. It's one of the easiest ways to do any of the recording, and it's been a really good tool for me. So I use it all the time when I'm recording video games and stuff, instead of wasting my time going through my OBS or XSplit or anything like that. So over here I put the Foscomax until I can figure out where I want to put it, and I did plug in the power. I don't think you need to, so I'm going to unplug the power and see if anything happens. With the USB 3 alone, this should work. So to boot up here, and it does. So I am not going to plug the power back in. The machine was getting a little warmer than I wanted. I don't think it's needed unless you don't have the power to actually justify using it. For example, maybe you don't have USB 3.0, then you may need to. One for power, one for video. So here we have it. Now you can press the button on here to change devices, and then it'll switch over to the other device as you've seen here. Now that's the one thing about the camera app, you'll have to give it a second because it will say no device. It's not smooth like if you're doing OBS. So if you were doing OBS, you wouldn't see this. It would just be a smooth transition from one game console to the next. I've tried that, so don't worry, that does work. I just didn't, like I said, didn't want to go through all the configuration of messing around with my setup. So I had added another piece, and then it started screwing my stuff up. I just didn't want to do that. It will get incorporated into OBS later when I'm ready to do that. So at this point, as you can see now, if I take the remote, so this is a simple 3-button remote, and I hit the #1 button, you can see how it would have been an easy transition. This is the downside of the camera app if you're going to do of record, but you would just edit that out if you were actually doing the switching. But there, now you have the other console. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test recording. So I'm going to play, I guess, and see that we're getting audio through the unit, through this app, without plugging in audio out or anything on the device. I'm going to hit record now. So literally all we're doing to record is we're just going to hit this little camera button right here. I said, like before, it acts as a webcam. You can see now that it's recording what I'm doing. So we'll just pick a game just for noise. My key. Get my sword. Now if you want to know on the TV if I'm getting audio, I don't know if it'll work that way or the way I got it set up. We'll find out. It's because this isn't technically the output. I don't have it outputting to another monitor. Just to make that clear, we'll find out if there's audio on playback. Gotcha. Alright, so, I guess I should have the die. Now I got you. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back and play it back and see if we have the audio. You'll hear it as well as I will. So we'll just go here. Now when you do a video, so this is, I guess, a weird tutorial of where it goes. You double click the video, you'll see the thing down here. So I'm going to just bring it up. Now we're going to press play. See if we have audio. That's the downside of this game. There was no audio unless you selected something. We have audio. So we now know that the device is recording everything through the HDMI as it should, and that the video quality is absolutely phenomenal. There we go. We have audio again. We're going to grab the sword. Boy, did I ever delay that one. Weird, because I didn't kill him. And I almost killed him with the key. Tell me there wasn't a flaw. Maybe the setting, I had to do it 3 times instead of 1. But anyway, audio is working perfectly fine. We have no issues whatsoever. The TV card is incredible. It's allowing me to switch between units when I'm doing a setup for you guys, whether I want to do, let's say, PlayStation 4 versus Xbox. What's the difference in the game? They're the same game. But I don't want to be on hook, on hook, on hook, on hook. I can have it all plugged in, hit the remote or the button located on the device, and do the exact same thing. So I just want to stress, if you want to save money and you want to have what I would consider probably one of the best TV capture, or I keep calling them TV capture devices, but video game capture devices on the market, you need more than one, or you're at the point where you would be doing multiple stuff and you don't want to, then please consider the Foscomax 4K 3-in-1, because it does what all the others do for cheaper, giving you multiple inputs. And this device is absolutely phenomenal. I am so happy to have this in my setup, and if I need to add one more, no big deal. But if I need to add 2 more, I add another device and only use 2 of these. Guys, let's keep it simple. This is the answer. You're live streaming, you switch. Your live stream PC does not go down. Your mode changes on here. You are now streaming a different device if that's what you want to do. Or I could have different cameras going through here to one input on OBS and just switch cameras on the fly with the remote control without even touching software or my Elgato Stream Deck or whatever. Maybe you don't own an Elgato Stream Deck. Maybe you don't have one. I even have a small one lying around here somewhere that I don't use. Maybe you don't have one. This can help you there. It won't be as seamless, but it would definitely have a cool effect. And I am going to be doing a lot more work here, as you're going to see moving on. I don't know if you see stuff around here. Maybe not, thank God. Because I've been kind of hiding things a little bit. But there's a few things we got to go over in this. Like, we're going to have a new show that is going to be live for you guys called Game Over. And that is coming, I'm hoping, for next month. Just trying to get a few bugs and twerks out of me. And here, I've been rewiring to do a lot of XLR. We'll get into that. If you guys actually want to know what I use here for everything in my studio, comment below, and I will gladly post what I use for my camera, what I use for microphones, what I use here for a wireless mic, why that screen is there like that, showing off my logo. What is this? We got to go over that. That is something to definitely go over. That is a custom build that I am most proud of. What does this do completely? And so on. Well, it all involves these things. Guys, I will leave an affiliate link down below, so if you purchase it, it does help the channel, but it also helps you, knowing that you're getting something that I know works and can help you out in the long run. Guys, till next time, thank you for watching. Game over.